Stop it.
Whoa.
Get a pillow.
No.
Yeah.
This pillow's not gonna support my back right here.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's already fucking broken.
Yeah,
so-
you're gonna break it more.
Yeah, why not?
Bad
You
reasoning.
can't sit on it anymore.
I don't want people to sit on it. I want people to use it as a footrest.
I don't want to put my feet on that thing.
Go get the beanbag. It's perfect for this.
Ugh.
Jordan's breaking my society.
Shit.
You're destroying my infrastructure, Jordan. Oh, I think you made it. Woo!
4 Leaf Studios presents
Oh, is this like a 4chan thing?
Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, this whole thing was based on like a green text post.
Is this gonna be like a dating sim as a guy who's like bound to the hospital? Did you see the people who wrote that game?
22.
Yeah, okay, so this was written by 4chan. Use your real name. Artists, this isn't half bad. Use a real name. I'd be proud of this. Look at this.
Oh, look, he's got a stink capsule.
Doomfest.
That thing on the left, what do you think? That's a fucking stink capsule.
You crack that open, you ruin a class.
Yeah, exactly.
Nicola Murphy, Delta, and you Jovi. Directed by Delta.
I bet all these people with
Engineering
these,
by Delta.
all the Japanese sounding names are fucking white people.
Of course. What about Aura?
Aura?
What about Couple Crud?
Kuppelkrud.
Couple Crud.
It's a great name. Instead of Kublai Khan, I'm Kuppelkrud.
Crud. Oh, Couple!
We have to get to like a save point at least.
I hope there is a save point.
It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
Oh, so you actually had a heart attack.
It's like 4. Aren't we like 15? We had a heart attack. There's something wrong with him.
No, I guess he just has like a messed up heart.
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't take his insulin.
In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room, unsupervised on one hand.
Wait, did that say 4 months or 4 years?
4 months.
Okay. I was gonna say, did the girl just like grow up and like leave him? That would have been actually kind of sad.
4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Are we dying? Arrhythmia.
That's not that bad.
Oh,
You just need a pacemaker, right? I mean, I'm no doctor.
I think so. A strange word. A foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with.
It's
Now-
Latin.
I feel like I'm reading like Batman now. A strange word. Foreign.
A rare condition.
It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. Okay. It can be fatal. Well, yeah, if it results in heart attacks.
In the snow.
Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle I was able to go on so long without anything happening.
It's a good thing I never meet any beautiful women or do anything exciting with my life. My life's so boring.
Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. What does that mean?
Hemorrhage is a weird word. An alien one.
Yeah.
One you don't want to be in the same room with.
A word you want to hold your breath as you pass by.
Oh, Mom, Dad, stop hemorrhaging. God, get over it.
There's such a moist hemorrhage.
Moist hemorrhage.
I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even prepared to sell our house in order to pay for a cure.
So wait, he had the heart attack, 4 months go by, and then they found out what it was?
You can't cure it either.
Who are these Stone Age doctors
Yeah.
who took 4 months to figure out what the disease was?
He's been recovering from the heart attack.
Of course, there isn't a cure.
Thank you. At least it pointed that out. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments.
Oh, did they make him a cyborg?
Yeah, what did they do?
they rebuilt him.
When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed.
Oh no.
For about a week, My room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project.
That's actually really sad.
Yeah,
No, I actually feel bad.
maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came on a regular basis.
And now they have a new son.
Yeah.
A better son.
He's a robot. They don't need me anymore.
He's played by Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You can't eat broccoli like me. The best.
And he's really bad at swimming.
Iwanako was the last to stop visiting.
Oh, Iwanako.
After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. Oh, hey, remember that time we were hanging out in the snow and I had a heart attack?
Yeah, well, I'm actually seeing this guy named Chaz now. He lives kind of far away, but he's pretty sweet. And he really knows how to treat a lady. She starts to leave. Iwanako! I would put more notes in my books!
We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again.
Do you still want to go out with me?
Yeah, bring it back up right away while she feels sorry for you, idiot.
The hospital! Hospital!
It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless.
God, it's turning into Silent Hill.
I guess it's because they're in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd been able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that the surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now. I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way
He just doesn't answer him anymore. Hey, Dr. Johnson, when am I getting out of here? He makes the sign of the cross.
Fucking ghost. I think we are actually dead.
Oh no, that'd be a
We're just
sad
haunting the
place.
hospital. The way he shuffles
And the
around
people
the
visiting his room were just actually visiting his grave.
Yeah, or his deathbed while he was like asleep. That's why he wasn't like
No.
sharing kind of like meaningful conversations because he couldn't talk. But it's like in The Sixth Sense where he thinks it's just because he's depressed and no one likes him.
That's sad.
The way he shuffles around. Oh,
sorry.
wasn't done. That's okay. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation.
It just cuts to him trying to actually escape. Now I'm a bandit. A bandit for the underprivileged.
He's tying together assless robes to try and get down the side of the building.
Just a bunch of naked patients trying to get him back in.
I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital.
I think he's just stealing books.
Yeah,
I was borrowing literature.
from the library. Although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. He doesn't have enough fiber.
I
in
know
his
that's
diet.
not what it means, but I just like consuming them. That's why he has a heart condition. He eats books.
I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands.
This is like what we talked about there's no such thing as binge reading.
Yeah.
You just read.
But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness, through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself.
The barrier of nonchalance.
Yeah. Pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry.
The doctor said he had to remove my eyeballs.
I didn't care.
I was consuming the books with my mouth anyway.
Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying hard to make an effort to be happy on my behalf.
Guess what? We're moving you to the small room.
My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party.
Alright, prediction time. What's going on? Is it supernatural? Is he dead? Are they gonna turn him into a robot?
Yeah, I think it must be that, like, they're gonna tell us that, like, the condition is, like, degenerative or something. Like, we're gonna keep getting worse. And then we have to, like, find love as, like, a dying person.
Okay, so you think it's gonna go realist?
Yeah.
If the guy doctor's happy, I'm thinking they're gonna try some wackadoo procedure, and it's gonna make him, like, psychic or something. He's gonna be able to see ghosts.
That would be awesome. I would like to...
That would be much more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can see ghosts or becomes a monster of some sort.
I'm just looking at the art. It looks like they just took a picture of a real hospital room and put a Photoshop filter on it.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
But I like the effect outside the window. Okay, so we got realist and super realist. Art majors, eat your heart out.
There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time, sorting his papers, then setting them aside, as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did.
He then draws a pentagram on the ground and summons the nurses in to chant.
Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eye for a moment.
Hello, Hasao. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile back. A little.
I believe you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. He's just touching your thigh. We have all your medications sorted out. I will give it to your father the prescription.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. Oh, are the pills really expensive?
What does the dad sound like?
I really only have one voice.
You just want to make him Batman. Stop trying to make every character Batman,
I'm not
Jordan.
making everyone Batman, but like that's just like where my dramatic narration goes. So many.
So many.
He's not exasperated. He's like.
I like to make the dad aloof. He doesn't care at all. So many.
So many. I take it from his hand and look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? By having another heart attack. Erectile?
Erectile. That's the first thing we saw.
Erectile dysfunction?
Diarrhea.
Oh, these are like the...
Ataxia. Cold extremity. Cold extremities.
They just keep going. I'm not... Yeah, we just gotta keep...
They all blend together into a sea of letters. This is insane. There's gotta be something funny snuck in there. Depression. This guy doesn't need any more depression.
Wait. Oh no, just said 48 hours. Side effects. Adverse effects. Contraindications. Contraindications. Contraindications and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision.
You know what didn't have cold precision? The editor. That's one of the worst misspellings I've ever seen.
It must like.
You think that's a real word?
I don't know. I mean,
contraindications.
Because what do you think it was supposed to be?
Contradictions. Because
you take one pill and you got to take another to
balance it out.
Yeah. I try to read them, but it's so futile. It's a little wordy. Let's take out the so. It's futile. Can't be so futile. Futile's an absolute.
Holy shit! It's a real word.
what does that mean? See, I figured it was way too. crazy.
In medicine, a
made up.
contraindication is a condition or factor that serves as a reason to withhold certain medical treatment.
So it doesn't make sense in the context to use it.
No, not really.
Like,
Because that wouldn't be on a list of medicine.
No.
That would be on a list of reasons not to get an operation.
All this for the rest of my life, every day. Why is this guy being such a bitch? He's still alive. Just take your goddamn
And they're
pills.
giving him good news. They're saying you can go home.
Yeah, just take your pills.
I'm
and
afraid
be
that
glad
is
you're
the
not
best we
dead.
could do at this point.
Oh, the best you could do is save my life so I can live comfortably?
However, new
Fuck
medication. You interrupted.
Yeah, I just got...
He doesn't get to finish his thought.